Alright, I wanted to make a quick video in response to a comment that one of the subscribers to the channel left. And the dude's name is Michael Mbaye. And first of all, look, I want to say, dude, Michael, I appreciate the comment more than you can imagine. This is the purpose of the channel. It's not, you know, the channel is my opinion, right? Like, I'm not a doctor. I have no idea. All I know is my personal experience. I hope it helps. But at the same time, you know, I'm always looking for people to help me as well. And I think that this comment was so heartfelt and genuine that, man, I appreciate it so much. So I'm going to read the comment, and then I'm going to make some observations on it and kind of go through it, all right? So he said, "Hey, man, I think you're going down a slippery slope. I don't think you should be taking Ativan and Ambien. The withdrawal from Ativan is horrific, truly horrific, longer than you can imagine. They are pumping you with drugs. The insomnia is due to the drugs you're taking. The depression and anxiety are also exacerbated by the drugs you're taking. End this crap now before you lose and you find yourself completely dependent on drugs to do anything. You think insomnia is bad now, wait until you're on Ambien for a couple of months. Bless your heart for your honesty, but seriously, that crap is messed up. Serotonin, dopamine, norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors are some wild crap. Think about tapering off or getting off the trial, maybe." Again, dude, I appreciate the comment a lot. The first thing I want to say about it, like, I mean, because I agree with like 99% of this comment, but I'll address the first part that I agree with, that I disagree with, just because I think it's important. Like, if you need medication, take medication. Okay? Yeah, I agree with Michael. Some of these drugs have some really serious side effects, and if you're on them for too long, or if you grow dependent on them, that is terrible. But if you need medication to get yourself out of a certain situation, out of a certain spot, don't hesitate to take it. You know, do it under the supervision of a good doctor, a good psychiatrist, not a pill mill, not, "Hey, I need Xanax or Ativan, can you just give it to me?" No, you've got to do it under good, careful observation by the doctor, and make sure that you don't abuse of the medication, right? It's like anything else. My mom always used to tell me, don't wear your sister's glasses because then your eyes are going to become dependent on them. I don't know if that's true, but kind of the same idea, right? If you're taking drugs in a way that you shouldn't and you take them consistently, you're going to grow dependent on them and it will mess you up, okay? So if you need drugs, take them. Don't hesitate to do it. But let me address here what I agree with. Like, it's a slippery slope, and you shouldn't be taking Ativan and Ambien. You know, I agree, it is a slippery slope. If you're not careful with it, yes. Michael is not the first person to tell me about the effects of Ativan. I had some other really good friends that have taken it, and you know, what they tell me is that the withdrawal from it, or getting away from it after you've been on it for a while, is really, really, really bad, okay? But I will clarify. My doctor, he prescribed it as a rescue drug. That means that when I felt that anxiety that I couldn't control, that's when I was supposed to take it. So it wasn't an everyday thing. You know, there was one day where, I mean, my wife literally had to make me take a couple of them, because I was just going off the deep end, and it helped at that moment, okay? But again, it's not something that you can get dependent on. Like, oh my God, I need my... If you start feeling like you need your Ativan, dude, you're in trouble, okay? So just be careful with it. But yeah, I agree with this 100%. The withdrawal, I've heard, is really bad, okay? Now, they're pumping you full of drugs. You know, sometimes it just sucks that when you take a medication for something, you need to take other medications to curb the effects of that medication. It just sucks. But sometimes you have to do it. Again, do it under the supervision of a good doctor, a good psychiatrist, not just anybody that's going to give you whatever you want. I agree with him. The insomnia was probably due to the centanafidine. Maybe the dosage was too high. I wasn't great about the times that I would take it. You know, I would take it later in the day. I'm sure that all that had an effect. Okay. The depression and the anxiety, yeah, it's probably exasperated by the insomnia, which was caused by the drug, which it's all a big circle. Okay. So I'm glad that I didn't become dependent on Ativan and Ambien, because I still take Ambien. Okay. But I only take it maybe once a week, and I take a half a pill, right? Or I'll take it a couple of days in a row, and then I won't take it for another couple of weeks, because I have other things that I take to help me sleep. So I agree with Michael 100%. If you become dependent on these drugs, it's gonna jack you up. So just do it carefully. And then again, I'll go back to the last point here. He says that serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors, right, or SSRIs, SDNRIs, whatever it is that you take, that they're wild. It's wild crap. Okay. And I know that he doesn't mean like crap as in garbage. I mean, he just means that it's to use his terminology, it's wild shit, right? Because it does affect your brain. I mean, that's the way that it's supposed to work. But look, again, I'll go back to the point. If you need to take medication, take it, right? If you're bipolar, if you have schizophrenia, if you're manic depressive, just all of those things, that if you need to take a medication, take it, because you've got to get yourself better. But you've got to do it in a way that doesn't affect the rest of your overall health. All right. So, again, I'm going to say this one more time. Dude, Michael, from the bottom of my heart, dude, like, I appreciate your comments so much, because you validated things that others had told me. And that helped me in making my decision to not take those medications all the time, right? I was very intentional about making sure I didn't take them every day, and I am to this day. Thankfully, I haven't taken Ativan. I think I took it maybe like 5 times, maybe 10 times, but I haven't taken it in about 2 months, because I had to just get out of that situation, out of that hole that I was in. I had to feel better, and then I took myself off of it. So, guys, this is what it's all about, right? Comments like these, where we're here to help each other. So I hope that me bringing this comment to light, and my opinion on it, really just helps. And again, I'm not a doctor, right? Michael's not a doctor. None of us watching this channel, I'm sure, are doctors. I'm sure if a doctor were to watch it, they'd say, shut the hell up, man. You don't know what you're talking about. Everybody's experience is different. This was my experience. So just hope that these points help you guys, and in some way, shape, or form. So, all right. Take care, everybody. Thanks.